Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to introduce some earth energy healing techniques that you can use to repair, replenish and rejuvenate the Earth's energy network. This is a remake of a video that I first created 6 years ago. Since then, many more books and videos have been produced on this and related subjects. By related subjects I mean, for example, ley lines, earth mysteries, fairy paths, the fae and fairy realms, ghosts, the astral and other worlds, other dimensions, UFOs and UAP, consciousness, remote viewing, and the receding frontiers of science. There is an enduring draw to Britain's ancient yet timeless landscapes, its old spaces and places in thousands of villages, towns and cities, and its folklore, myths and legends. Britain, also known as Old Albion, contains holy and powerful places in the middle of London and other cities, as well as on the moors and mountains. You will find Ellen of the Roads, otherwise known as Ellen of the Hosts or Ellen of the Shimmering Ways, in all kinds of places. It's just easier to find her where there are fewer distractions, like on ancient pathways in the countryside, far from urban noise. She could do with your help with the network over which she presides. And if you should decide to help her, your reward will not only be the satisfaction of actually making the world a better place, instead of moaning about it in social media or cowering fear at the endless news broadcasts, but you'll probably also benefit from resonating with energy systems that will lift and expand your perception into hitherto hidden realms. These realms and this perception is where your head should be if it wasn't so befuddled by those who want you to be distracted, dismayed and distressed. But enough of this psychobabble, let's get on with the work. Like all other networks, the Earth Energy Network requires monitoring, change and maintenance. It needs capacity planning, testing and repairs to breakages caused by misuse through ignorance, accident and even willful and malicious damage. Networks have a tendency to grow, to expand, and they need to be updated to cope with the expanding demand. They need to be resilient in the face of temporary outages so that traffic is rerouted when required. If you are interested in participating in the repair and replenishment of the Earth's energy network, then here are a few methods. There is a process to suit just about all character types. Armed with this knowledge, you too can be one of the Earth Energy Network's engineers, or perhaps that should be GNE, Gaia Network Engineers. I suspect our ancestors knew how to do all this, and the megalithic structures we see today mark it out, but it has since become a lost art, although not completely lost in the mists of time. Now a new generation of people are relearning this lost art, and the Earth's energy network is benefiting from their efforts. The first method is visualization. This is something anyone can do at any time. It's a method that has been used for millennia and gained a resurgence in recent decades thanks to groups like Fountain International. The process is simple but effective. Get into a meditative state and visualize a powerful channel of pure divine energy descending in a column into a focal point of your local community or into a node point in the planetary network. Imagine that same light spreading through the various channels and connections within the network. As it spreads wider and further afield, its positive and beneficial effects are transferred into the surrounding areas. Think of it like blood spreading through capillaries bringing life and energy, or pure cool water flowing into dried out and dusty pipes. Imagine broken connections repaired in the network and light travelling through forgotten channels once again. This method is best suited for introverts who like to meditate alone, but also anyone who likes to socialize and meditate with groups. The next method is pilgrimage. Walking Britain's old straight tracks and winding pathways is another way of bringing them back to life. Seek out the many footpaths and make use of them. Go on longer walks along routes that haven't been used for thousands of years. As you visit any ancient site or node in the network, henges and holy wells, churches and hill forts, standing stones and tumuli, etc., approach with reverence and say a silent greeting to the spirit of the place. And give thanks as you leave. Pay your respects just as you would behave with appropriate decorum in a mighty cathedral or quiet small church. The British Pilgrimage Trust has more information. We aim to revive the British pilgrimage tradition of making journeys on foot to holy places. Visit britishpilgrimage.org. The Gatekeeper Trust is another organisation that does very similar and complementary work. The Gatekeeper Trust is a registered educational charity founded in 1980 devoted to personal and planetary healing through pilgrimage. Visit gatekeeper.org.uk. The pilgrimage method is best suited for almost anyone, also introverts who like to walk alone or in small groups. The next method is fairs and festivals. Fairs and festivals held on or near node points on the network are another way of renewing and replenishing the energy. Many of them begin with or involve processions along a section of the network. These often culminate in the main fair being held on or near a holy place in the landscape. Many of these traditions have survived into the 21st century, so if one takes place near you, then be sure to go along and participate, rather than merely spectating with phone in hand. Search online for a list of folklore events, folk festivals, and other traditional ceremonies in your local area. You may be surprised just how many there are and how easily you can be involved. But a warning, you may be drawn into dancing and singing, and your antics may be filmed and end up on YouTube. You may experience fits of uncontrollable laughter. These methods are best suited for extroverts, outgoing types who always dance as if no one is watching. Now a quick look at the Gaia method. Finally, I highly recommend the work of Anne Murphy, the Gaia method. The Gaia method is a method of healing the feminine aspect of the Earth's consciousness. It is primarily a way for humanity to reconnect with the consciousness which was once known and understood as the Great Mother. For more information on this emerging method, please visit GaiaMethod.com. And if you try anything I've mentioned, it might prove useful to you to keep records of your meditations, visualizations, dreams, and coincidences. A journal or blog of your activities will grow into a useful record over time. You will be able to reflect on what you have learned and achieved as the months roll by. Without these records, much can be lost. Pay particular attention to your dreams or things that just happen to pop into your head. If you keep up this type of work, you may be pleasantly surprised by the number of coincidences that occur. These are indicators that you're on the right track and that the magic is working. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this of interest and that you are inspired to find out more for yourself. Please give this video a like and post a comment, and share it with anyone who might be interested.